It's low paying orders like hers as to why I stopped taking them. See, they mess it up for everybody else because they're so trifling. And I agree with the Uber Eats driver because I'm an Uber Eats driver myself. And I know how trifling these people get. So I'm back. Well, yesterday I recorded and it just did not turn out good. All right, I'm about to go. I just picked up an order and it's three orders, $33, 30 something dollars, and less than 10 miles. My hair has puffed up. I'm a lot bit annoyed actually. Sometimes it's just not worth it. So as you see in some of those clips, I did not have the greatest day. I started the day off with a huge order, and that person lived in an apartment on the 3rd floor. And like when some of these apartments and they don't have elevators, or if they do have elevators and you have all of this stuff, I just feel like it's just so I don't know. I just feel like it should be a limit. I was in an apartment. I had just had my son, and 2 days after having him, I needed some food, and my body I was like, I need groceries, I need to eat, and my body just could not make it to the store. And I was so ashamed to buy the few items that I did buy. And the lady, when she came up and brought me my groceries, I tipped her in the app and I tipped her in person because I was so grateful and thankful for her help, because I'm like, my body just really could not do it. And so, it's a luxury. This is a luxury. They wasn't doing this back in the 50s. They weren't doing this in 1950s and stuff. This is a luxury. You either had to walk or you had to go find a ride or something. They were not doing these kind of services back then. So this is very much so a luxury. They're doing, regular gratuities at grocery stores. I think they should start doing gratuities on these apps, because some of these people do not tip, or they do not tip well at all for what they do. And it's like you're abusing the system. And I'm like, this is, I know both sides, because I have been a customer of Uber Eats and Instacart, and I have driven for both of them as a driver. And it's just disrespectful. And I feel like people who live in apartments, they should pay a little bit more. I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry. Fuck it. I said what I said. Because some of these people be getting so much stuff, and it's just like, come on now. Like, now I see why some of the people who have told me stories of people telling them they need to come downstairs and get their stuff. If they had too much stuff, I can see why, because that's kind of rude. You don't even want to take that stuff upstairs, and like for you to be okay with somebody else to take that up the stairs and not tip them that well is wholly disrespectful. I have nothing good to say to those kind of people. Couldn't care less about what you say. You can fight with your mom's chest hair. Yeah, I like I was saying, I feel like it's no excuse to tip someone who's serving you, who's shopping for your groceries, picking them up, driving them to you, and delivering it right to your door. They should automatically, if any orders that's over $100, they should automatically be charged with a gratuity. That's what I think. Because I feel like it's no excuse, because where I am staying at, I was not working. I had no car. I couldn't find a job still. And I found out how to get some money, and I was doing surveys, busting my butt, talking about a new way of slavery, working pennies. I was working so hard just to get $25 or $30 by the end of the week. And I used that money to pay for the fees on Instacart and to pay and tip, to the point they were able to say thank you to me. So clearly I paid enough tip for my order. And I do not live, like right where I'm living now, it's not in an apartment, so it's ground level. You park right there, you can deliver right there. So they don't have to go on any steps or anything. And I still am mindful of how much stuff I get. I'm not about to be shopping for the whole month. Like it seemed like a lot of these people do. And one of my aunts do that. And it's like, by the end of the month, you looking stupid because you didn't spend all your food stamps, and now you ain't hardly got no more food at the end of the month, and now you looking around stupid. or you asking people for money so you can get food. Like, no, that's stupid. I shop by week or several times a week, and I'm not overdoing it. So I was like, I'm busting my butt to do surveys to give a tip. I feel like people, anybody, if you're getting a delivery, you should be tipping. If you're not tipping, they should charge a gratuity for those kind of people. If they told us where these people lived up front, if it was in a house or an apartment, I'm pretty sure so many orders that's in an apartment would not get picked up. Point blank, period. I just picked up an order from Instacart. So, it's at Wegmans. It's 2 orders, $20 and some change, less than 10 miles. So I'm going to go and run through Wegmans. I run through Wegmans like I'm crazy. A couple of people was like, you just might as well get a shirt. Right. Ran through both of those stores, as you can see. And I go through it pretty fast because people tend to almost get the same kind of items. It's like, at times I'm like, is it a trend going on or something? Because some people will get the same items, and a lot of those items sometimes will be out of stock. Either way, I know a lot of items, and I know where the expiration date. So I'm checking for quality, and I'm checking for expiration date. So I'm on it. That's why I do not accept low paying offers, because my service is not low quality. I just picked up another order, and I'm waiting for the customer to respond back if she wants a replacement or not. She wants basketballs. So it was pretty easy. If they had the ones available, I would have been done, but now I gotta wait. So yeah, and I had a gripe with the carts. The carts that are like this, hold on. You see how the cart has that bar right there? If you're making long strides, it's going to hurt your shins. They need to take a note from Wegmans carts. See, Wegmans cart, you don't have that bar right here, so you can make long strides without messing up your shins. But they can really catch a case. Somebody can be like, I messed up my shins walking in this said store because of the bar on your carts. Now I'm giving people ideas. But seriously, that's a real excuse. Like it hurts too if you're not really paying attention. So I did my last 2 deliveries. The first lady, her door, she handwritten a note on the door saying, "Do not knock. I don't want to hear about your religious views or your politics. Seriously, it would annoy me if you knock on my door or ring my bell." But I have seen people who have actual signs that have like been printed out and decorated and stuff that basically be like, look, do not knock on my door. I found my religion. I found Jesus. I don't want no girls. I don't want to do this and do that. If you're the only people who can knock on my door is like if you're selling Girl Scout cookies or something. I think that is so funny. I've seen that on a couple of doors actually. And I think it's funny. Then the last lady, she rushed to the door, even though I was supposed to take a picture at the door. She rushed to the door. My son is throwing up, so I have to hurry up. You didn't really have to come to the door. I just picked up an order on Instacart because Uber Eats sucked today. It's a lot of low-paying offers, even though they have allowed people to use Klarna, which is crazy work. So they still sucking. So I'm pretty much doing Instacart today. So today I just now picked up a batch with 2 orders, one at Costco and the other after this is at Wegmans. So I'm about to run through Costco. I'm used to being here, so I know where things are. They don't let you know in the Instacart app, they don't let you know where things are and which aisles, but I've kind of got used to this Costco, so I know where things are. So I'm about to rip and run through here. They got one produce thing, so I'm not going to stay in produce too long because I'll be inspecting all the food in produce. Like, let me see if it looks good. So that's a reason why, like I said before, why I take high-paying offers. Because I provide very excellent customer service and quality items, and I'm mindful as if I'm shopping for myself. So all right, let me run through this. So I'm done with the orders, though both orders had cases of water. They lived in homes. and they didn't have that much stuff each. So that was cool. That was good. So I'm back. I always like come back to, like, I always set my GPS to come back to the Wegmans that I usually shop at a lot. Um, it's, I don't know, it's busier in this area, and instead of, just driving around so much, I just, stop right here and park for a minute until something comes through. So yeah, doing pretty good so far. Today is much better than yesterday. So much better than yesterday. So just, taking it easy, picking up orders that I only will accept, doing my due diligence and checking out the details and stuff. You can do that with Instacart. Uber Eats is just sucking right now. It really is probably because of that boycott. I'm probably about to make some TikToks because I like TikTok. It's so easy. You don't have to think about no thumbnail, no titles and stuff like that. You can really just post everyday stuff. Like, y'all, I just seen an acorn, and post it on YouTube. They'll be like, what's the context? What's so special about the acorns? Or on Instagram, they'll probably be like, oh my gosh, is that the new fashion trend? They so... Let me stop. It's just really no other social media like TikTok. TikTok will be missed. It's low-paying orders like hers as to why I stopped taking them. See, they mess it up for everybody else because they're so trifling. And I agree with the Uber Eats driver because I'm an Uber Eats driver myself. And I know how trifling these people get. So now we have to document anytime if you have to put in a pin, if we have to meet you at the door, if we have to leave it at your door, documenting all of it to make sure that we cover our butts, because we get too many complaints, we can get kicked off of the app. No good thing is going to come to you if you're going to lie about your food. Look how fast it turned around on her. A few couple of dollars she trying to get back, and now she done lost her whole income. Hillside needed to do what they needed to do, and I do not blame them because their business was about to blow up in the worst ways because of her dumb actions off of something petty. And I don't know if they know it or not, but you got the option to do payment plan for food now. So she could have at least did that if she didn't have it right then and there. But it's like, stop ordering a luxury thing and being cheap about it. That's a luxury because this was not here back in the day. I've been doing this for over 3 years now, a little over 3 years now. Let me put my stats. Should I put my stats? Yeah, let me put my stats up. Anything that I do, I try to do my best at it. Even though this is like considered gig work, I'm still going to do the same thing, do my best. And I have a very low acceptance rate, and I'm not mad at it. It's because I do not accept those low-paying orders anymore, because the few incidents that I have had was because low-paying customers being trifling, just like that lady. So I feel like it's not worth it. You're not going to mess me up over some $2? No. I'm just not going to take your orders. I probably have the lowest acceptance rate in America. Don't be trifling if you get all your food. If you're getting all your food, be grateful and thankful for it, because you could definitely be getting your order from a deliverer who don't care. And I've heard some horror stories. A manager from Wingstop was just telling me multiple stories she had. She was like, yeah, one person came in here, grabbed their order and immediately opened up their drink and started drinking it. She was like, I could give you a drink. Just ask for it. Don't be drinking these people drinks. And she was like, some people just came in there, showed them that they were like DoorDash or whatever, got the food, opened it up while they was going out the door. Yeah. So do not be trifling when you do have a good deliverer and you have all your food. Do not abuse the system, or else it may come back on you just like that lady. And that's what you should get,